Hey guys, Brian here with another Clash of Clans video, and welcome to Top 5 Town Hall Level 9 Farming Bases. Here we are with our first base. Now, this is my personal favorite base, and let's go over why. Now, a Town Hall Level 9 Farming Bases, you're going to have 8 storages, 9 if you include the Dark Elixir storage. And for any good farming base, you want to have your storages in separate compartments. And the reason I think this one is so strong is because you have one of each in each compartment, along with the Dark Elixir storage here. However, with this base, you're able to change out your clan castle and put your Dark Elixir storage in the middle if that's your preference, if you really want to protect that Dark Elixir. And the reason that makes this base is so strong is if you look at these Teslas, a lot of the Teslas will cover 2 or 3 storages at a time. So your Dark Elixir storage is going to be covered by 1 Tesla. These 2 storages up here are going to be covered. I just believe this is a really strong farming base. It's pretty much covered all the way around by mortars. On the outside there's always a defense, and you can put your king over here on the outside, and you can have your queen up here. I unfortunately do not have my queen for this video, so I'm just going to be using this builder set as my example, and I'll be sure to point out where you guys can put your archer queens on the next base. But anyway guys, let's go ahead and move on to the second base. Alright guys, here we are on base number 2. Now, this is a really strong farming base, however, I think it does have its downsides to it. But let's go over what I think is very strong about it. Now, if you look at this base, all of the storages are in separate compartments except for the Dark Elixir storage, which shares a compartment with a gold storage. However, the other storages, if you look, you got Elixir storages all in their own compartments at the top. It's a very symmetrical base. Your clan castle's in the middle. It's going to be pretty easy to lure. It does have decent coverage with the mortars, except here at the top, and your air defenses are a little bit on the outside. Now, I feel like this base has really good damage control, though, and if somebody were to get into, let's say, one side, like over here, that's all they're going to get. I don't think they're going to get any farther. The main strong point of this base, I think, is the expos reaching all over the base. You can't see the range while it's upgrading. That's pretty annoying. But yeah, I think that's very strong about this base, and anybody who tries to come through the side and sneak through that little opening, you got a little friend waiting for him, you know what I'm saying? So, those spring traps are going to do a lot of work for you guys. And one thing I try not to do on my farming bases in Town Hall Level 9 is rearm my giant bombs, just because they're so expensive in gold, and you could be using that gold elsewhere. I feel like people aren't going to go that ham for bases like this, and most of the time you're just going to get skipped over, unless you have a lot of loot and people brought some really good troops. But yeah, this is my second base, guys. It's really strong, very symmetrical, good coverage with the expos, and you're not going to lose a lot of resources. So let's go ahead and move on to base number 3. Alright guys, so here we are on the third farming base. What makes this base strong is that every single storage is in a separate compartment. There are 8 separate compartments which hold the storages in them. So anybody who attacks your base, they're going to have to 100% you in order to, pretty much 100% you to get all the loot. You got your expos covering all the base, which is great, as well as you have pretty good mortar coverage around the base. The only thing that concerns me with this base really is where the mortars are positioned. I feel like these two can be pretty easily destroyed with some lightning spells, and then after that, this side of your base is pretty vulnerable. But the Teslas cover good coverage for the storages on the inside compartments. As far as the outside compartments, you're still going to have the mortars and a couple defenses, a bunch of bombs up there if you choose to reload those. I personally don't. And then on the bottom as well. So this is a great farming base. The only weakness it really has is coming in from the side, and the most I can see somebody doing that is maybe three storages. But other than that, great base, and let's move on to the fourth base. Alright guys, here we are with base number 4. Now, looking at this base, it does have its certain advantages to it, as well as its disadvantages, but let's go ahead and scan over it really quickly. Now, looking at the air defense coverage of this base, the whole base is pretty much covered. One thing you'll notice here is that the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen, remember I'm using that builder set as my Archer Queen, they're in the center of this base. So this is the first base we've had where the Archer Queen and Barbarian King are in the center. They're not very powerful at Town Hall Level 9. I mean, yeah, you can have them up to level 30, but it's more than likely not going to happen. But that's going to help out anyway that they're in the center. So they're not going to be able to get lured out pretty easily. And yeah, so our clan castle's covering the whole base. Our mortars have coverage of the whole base as well. We have a elixir storage and a gold storage each in a compartment. We have 4 separate compartments for these storages. Each one is covered by a wizard tower, at least 3 defenses being 2 cannons and an archer, as well as a Tesla. and we have some little pockets here filled with our Teslas and bombs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be really good for us. I'm going to go ahead and purchase another bomb right here so we can get this one. I'm going to put this down so you can see like a full example of it. So we'll put the bomb right here, and that's where we want that stuff to be. And yeah, this base just works out pretty good. This is going to protect your stuff. If you're going to lose anything, you're most likely going to lose one compartment. Probably not your Dark Elixir. And like I said, if you're more of a Dark Elixir fan, you can put that Dark Elixir right in the middle and protect it with the tankiness of the clan castle. But yeah, anyway guys, let's go ahead and move on to base number 5. Alright guys, so here we are with base number 5. Now, looking at this base, it is pretty strong. I feel like the Expos have really good coverage of the base. We have the clan castle in the middle, which we're always looking for. This builder's hut, of course, you want to replace that with the queen, as mentioned before. And yeah, the mortars cover pretty much a good amount of the base. This side's a little bit stronger than the other side. You have good air defense coverage. Your Teslas protect each storage. So your Teslas are always covered at least by your storage is always covered by at least one Tesla, which is very nice. I like what they did on the outside of this base, how they have the giant bombs there. So anybody who's going to enter through there is going to nice big boom. And yeah, it's a really good base, guys. All 5 of these bases I feel like are pretty strong, and there are hundreds of more variations for a Town Hall level 9 farming base. Feel free to pick whatever you choose, and if you don't like any of these bases, guys, you can do some more research and find even better ones. I personally feel like base number 1 on this video was the strongest, and I want to know what you guys think. If you have any experience with any of the Town Hall level 9 farming bases, you guys can post those in the comments down below. Post your clan name and your name. Let other people know if you have a really strong farming base, because I'm sure people will want to see it. But yeah, all these bases will do the job, guys, and I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and continuing to watch my videos. I started streaming on Twitch a lot, and I'm going to start doing that a lot more. I think it's really fun, and I'm going to try to keep up with the YouTube videos. But anyway, guys, let's see if we can get 1,000 likes on this video. We're shooting high this time, and let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. And you guys like, comment, subscribe, and take it easy.